I know this jacked up to say, but I'd rather for my kids to just mess around with somebody than date them, bro. You can wait to date because I feel
Wait,
like,
no, you need to explain that.
but no. So I'm trying to. So
So, welcome to another episode of In the Bonus Podcast. We're glad that you guys have joined us again. So, fellas, check in. How you guys been doing this week? Anything exciting going on?
All
I
right,
love
so
it. Go ahead, Dominique.
all right, so me, I actually applied for a house this week. See how that process went. So I'm actually already approved, but I just want to get my credit score a little bit higher so I can get a lower interest rate. So probably in the next 6 to 8 months, I'm gonna actually start that process of buying a house. Um,
Turn up.
yeah.
great news.
So what about
Um,
y'all?
I the sun finally came out after like 5 days in a row, bro. So it was super nice today. Finally got out, got to play disc golf again with some of my folks. So it was good, man. I'm glad. I think it's gonna be nice tomorrow and then rain again for the like next 5 days.
How about you, Larry?
Mm.
The people can see you on YouTube.
Nah, my dog like allegedly bit this little boy that my kids was playing with.
Allegedly. So you ain't see it.
No,
Dang. Where was this at the crib?
yeah, and
So,
but I ain't see no bite marks, no blood. The kids didn't see nothing, so I don't know, man.
Wait, so what happened? Tell the story though. What so
So the
like
kids outside playing, right? Neighbors in the backyard, the house behind. They come over, everybody out, kids is being kids out there. The boy was over there with the dog. I call him my youngest son, my youngest. He was over there with my dog, and apparently he just started crying. And my kids was like, "What's wrong with you?" He was like, "He bit me." I'm like, "Okay." So I asked him, like, "Did they see anything?" It's like, "No." Was it any blood? No. Was it any bite mark scratches? No. So buddy, dad come to the house the next morning and was like, "Hey, yeah, dog bit my son." I'm like,
yeah, like where is that? Let me see.
"Yeah, nah, they ain't show me though." They was like, "We want to know. We want to see his shot records. Is he up to date?" Yes. Tell my wife bring the papers down. He took a picture of the papers. He's up to date, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna take him to the clinic." He didn't take that boy to no clinic.
Bro, you see, bro, that's the problem with these kids now, especially with this COVID thing, bro. With kids being in school at the crib, they don't know what it's like to be up early at the bus stop and you got to run from a dog at 6:45 in the morning, bro.
Oh man,
It's
I
crazy.
definitely used to be scared of dogs at the bus stop, bro. So plenty of times where I didn't go to school because it was a dog at the bus stop.
you didn't go at all,
Hell no, my wife, my mother was at work. So hey,
bro. I don't even want to tell that story, but I've missed a number of days of school while my mom was at work. My mom used to, so I don't know if my mama listening, but she about to find out. So my mom used to work 7 to 7, like overnight. There were some days we missed the bus and we was home and she just was asleep so long that she
Nah.
didn't even know we was home with her.
Yeah, she gonna
And
get you.
and she woke up and we were like, "Hey, mom, you hungry?" Like nothing happened, bro. So I'm sorry, mom. I missed some days.
Bruh, nah, Larry, I feel like that kid definitely didn't get bit because this ain't even like in high school. I got bit at Central, bro, one time leaving class one day. You know, at Central, we gotta like kind of park back in the neighborhoods. So this was like kind of this like right. I know, cool, Dominique. I don't know if you know, but like right where Mary Towns is, you
yeah, I
know,
know
kind
that.
of, bro, that neighborhood out to the left out there. I was walking, right? And out of nowhere, this dog just dipped out of the bushes, nicked me. He still like he bit me, but it was a nick because I literally like I had hit him on the head. I had like a my umbrella with me or something like that. So I just knocked him on the head, right? And he took back off. But that little nick, like out of nowhere, I was walking. I kept walking. Like I thought he kind of just like grabbed me a little bit. But I was walking. I was like, dang, like I feel something like running down my leg, bro. So I looked and it was bleeding. And just from him like nicking, like getting the tooth, it still put like a little hole in my leg. So I ended up having to go to the emergency room, make
And the
sure
kid, he wasn't bleeding at all though.
yeah, no,
But
when I
he was
got
all
bit, I
right.
got bit.
He was good. He was all right. They was trying to come back over the next day and play. So he had his hand wrapped. I'm about to tell my sons to go tell him to unwrap his hand.
Be like, take that off. Let me see.
What kind of dog you got?
It's a pit bull mix.
Oh, that's probably why they trying to do it, man. Because
It's crazy. Like I was sitting there talking to him because I like I said, that's my son. I tell him, I was like, hey man, like everybody not gonna see you the same way as they see everybody else. All right. They see you, they get intimidated. You know, they get scared of who you are. So you can't do the same thing as you do with us as you do with everybody else. They take it differently. And
Bro, you talk to your dog like this?
Yes, I do that. And he listened, bro. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, yo, that's the same thing I told my kids. That's crazy. The exact same thing, man. I don't know.
Oh wow.
But
So
that's
are
the good thing for me. The kid was all right.
So are we saying that the pit bull is the black man of society, a dog society?
1000%.
Most definitely.
1000%.
Most definitely.
You know what's crazy? Like if you go rent a home or apartment, that dog is restricted from that. Like it's like on the restriction list.
Mm-hmm.
What that restriction list look like though? Like, is it just the pit bull or is it other?
It's like 10. It's probably like 10 different dogs, but the pit bull is the main dog.
Like Army, you go overseas in certain like Germany, you can't have no pit bull in Germany.
So do y'all think it's more nature or nurture?
I think it's more nurture, to be honest, bro.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like those dogs they can snap, but if you bring that dog up in a good home, they're just like any other dog. I had a pit bull, and he never snapped on anybody. The only time he snapped is if I like played with him too much. But we're just playing, like it wasn't even him snapping.
They can be the most friendliest dogs. Like I grew up with pit bulls, so I had a dog all my life. Like,
so as a non-pit bull owner, I just want to say that's what everybody with pit bulls say, and sometimes that's some BS.
Well, get you one so you can say the same thing.
Because I don't ran for some dogs that don't bite, and I'm like, no, that was enough to scare me.
But you know what? You know how like people say dogs sense your fear. They really sense your fear. Like sometimes, like a pit bull, like you might be around a pit bull and they just playing with you, and you jumping like scared, like they trying to bite you or something like that. And that's what make them get riled up because
it bring the natural predator out in them. Is that what you saying?
I'm not gonna say all that, but
I was about to say because we connected the last week.
And Nick is not here. I'm not doing that.
That's real. That's real. So shout out to this has been an exciting week. We just did our Valentine's Day episode. We've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of engagement. So shout out to everybody who listened in to that and check that out. I just joined TikTok yesterday, y'all. Let me tell you about this. So randomly, I've been trying to grow my Instagram, right? And so everybody is saying the best way to do it is to make reels. So I was like, if I'm gonna make reels, I might as well get on TikTok. Bro, I made a TikTok yesterday. I got a video with 188,000 views today.
That's crazy.
Bro, I don't understand it.
Everybody on TikTok, bro. Everybody on TikTok.
From the other podcast, right?
Nah, this is for our optical illusion, so the photography joint.
Okay.
So we dropped like a couple of different wedding videos. Bro, we got more followers on TikTok than we do on Instagram.
That's crazy that you said that because I was actually thinking about that today. If I wanted to get on TikTok,
and it's crazy because on TikTok, I know I do it. Like if I want to see more of something or somebody doing something amazing or something, I'm gonna go like scroll up to the top of their TikTok and I'm gonna see if they got an IG or something, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see if they got more. So that's probably what's gonna happen. Like with y'all, it's gonna open up another door.
Bro, I hope so, man, because it's cool to get likes, but if you can't monetize that joint, it kind of make it not as fun no more.
Yeah.
So follow me on TikTok, y'all. Optical Illusions. We going crazy on TikTok today. Shout out to all the weddings that we done. So we do want to switch it up this week. So I know we had a lot of great feedback last week about just talking a little bit about things that are outside of basketball. So we want to keep that momentum going and kind of switch up our topics this week. Um, Anything in general that you guys seen going on that y'all kind of want to jump into?
All right, so I think I want to talk about double standards, man, between male and female. So, like recently, everybody been talking about Lori Harvey, how she's dated a lot of different celebrities like Diddy, Trey Songz. She's sometimes some people said she dated Diddy's son. Also, right now she's currently dating Michael B. Jordan. So like people are saying she's a quote unquote hoe because she's dating a lot of different men and things like that. So let's just talk about that, and then we also can talk about Trey Songz, how he had a video of a female giving him fellatio, uh, and how females were quick to jump on that video and want to find it and watch it and give their input on that. So let's just talk about double standards, fellas. I don't know how y'all want to start it out.
So
What you think, Trey?
when you say like, all right, so what's your opinion on the double standard when it comes to that situation? Like when it comes to Lloyd Harvey? Because who brought it? Who brought it? Boosie. Boosie brought it up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boosie
he
brought
was
it
he
up.
was going on a little rant about it. I'm
So
gonna say this about Boosie. I don't agree with everything he said because I'm not big on the double standard thing. I mean, it's a thin line. We all know that. But like when he say who she been with, this and that, that's her business, man. Like nobody but hers. But the thing when he's saying about people are quick to dog females who man do something stupid or whatever, and they stick by their side, staying with the same dude, but they'll praise the ones who go from dude to dude, like they a boss or something. I kind of agree with that. I mean, they
Mm.
people hear him talking crazy about her because she going from guy to guy, but they missed that whole part where he said at the end. And only thing about Laura Harvey I can say that really don't sit well with me, she did date Diddy's son, and then she turned around and dated him. I don't get that one at all.
yeah,
That
it's
one
very
crazy to
awkward.
me.
But my
Other than
thing,
that, you do her thing. That's her.
yeah, I get that too. I mean, I'm on the same page as far as like date who you want to date. But my thing is, I think like just coming up back in the day. But first of all, I'm gonna start like this. I feel like males and females just have a different perspective on things. Because if I was like, cool, you a hoe, like you're not gonna think bad of it. You're just gonna be like, all right, well, I mean, I guess I just have a lot of females. But if you call a female a hoe, she's gonna react totally different. Like, no, I'm not a hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might be a negative reaction. So I feel like that's the number one thing right there. We just respond differently to that word hoe or whatever you want to call it.
But I think it's because the stock, like between, like you said, the double standard, the stock between men and women, like a dude, like you said, one cool not caring if you call him a hoe, but also other people not caring if you call him a hoe and that he is a hoe. Like a dude's stock don't change. I don't feel like, and for whatever reason that is. And when a girl gets that label, it's I don't know, because I feel like I've heard a couple, like two perspectives, because and it might have been Boosie like saying the same thing though, that like y- he be wanting to, like, well, not him personally, but he was like people in the industry will kind of zone in on one girl and you wonder why, you know, the same girl is dating all these rappers, you know what I'm saying? And whether, I guess the question is whether it's because she's getting around, or because these dudes are actually the one, these rappers are the ones that's pursuing this one girl, because they like, it's like an ego trip, kind of like, oh, if Diddy hit this girl, like I want to try to get at her too, you know what I'm saying, just to see where I'm at, like, on the scale of clout or whatever.
Yeah. So my thing is, I'm gonna keep it simple. So on the smaller scale, as far as like raising kids, of course I have a daughter. So this is Boozy brought up, like, if your daughter, she's a hoe if she does that. If you have a son that's dating a lot of different girls throughout high school or throughout college versus your daughter doing it, Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, are you
Bro,
gonna give your son a big up, like, hey, good job, son? Or you gonna tell your daughter like, no, you need to stop doing that? Cause you know what I'm saying, you looking like a hoe. Like, how y'all feel about that?
I'm gonna say this. I know I'm gonna get a lot of controversy about this. My sons, I treat them the same way I treat my daughter. She not about to have a whole bunch of boyfriends and this and that. That's not gonna happen. Like my sons, they not about to have a bunch of girlfriends and all that neither. That's not gonna happen either. They got plenty of time. Like live your life how you supposed to live your life as a kid, man. They got college. After that, they got long lives ahead of them. And what I learned, I was so caught up in females, it was a distraction, and I ain't even know it. Like I used to have people tell me, "You need to focus on this." And then my mom loved this saying, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket." I ain't know what that meant until it was too late. And like I had to learn the hard way. I was hard headed. I should have listened to it. And like I don't want them to go through that same thing.
Well, all
Cause
right, Larry. Well,
we young people
Yeah, you
think
went
they
off on a tangent. They ain't really answering the question.
yes it
but
is.
well, no.
I did answer the question.
I wanna ask another question then, Larry. All right, like you say, you treat them the same. Then, in your household, are they all gonna have the same age limit when they can start dating? Then, yeah, the boy and the girl, the boys and the girl.
I'm gonna say I don't know. And I'm gonna say I don't know because I'm not just gonna give you an answer and not give you a reason why. I'm gonna say I don't know because times change. Like everything is like steady changing. What's acceptable when my oldest son is 16, 17 is gonna be completely different. Like when my middle child, my second son, or my daughter become their same age. So you don't know, you never know.
I'm gonna be
So
honest, bro. Oh, go ahead, cool.
now I was gonna say, like, what are you guys' thoughts? Like, I feel like we kind of talk about how you treat girls versus boys, but I almost feel like it's like a value thing, right? Like y'all kind of talked about, like Trey kind of mentioned, men don't lose stock if they're labeled a hoe, but I feel like it's almost because sex isn't the value that we bring to relationships, right? It's like I feel like sex is like accessories, like like women ain't coming into it for that, like you like when you growing up, no one is saying like, "Hey, son, you are valuable. Like your penis is gold. Don't give it away." Like no one is saying that. So like you can't lose value by giving away something that was never given value, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
It's
get
like
that.
if we were spending paper, if we were just spending notebook paper, we ain't losing value because it ain't worth nothing. But like women, they're spending something that we as a society put so much value in. And so when they lose it, I feel like that's kind of wise because like back in the day, we never put the same value in our boys as our girls.
That's real. But I'm gonna be completely 100. I've been going back and forth about how I want to respond to this on the podcast because I was worried about how everybody was gonna look at me, but I don't really give a. Leak that out. Um, I have a daughter. If my daughter is, first of all, I'm not gonna allow my daughter to do that type of stuff if I can. But if I have a son and he's doing that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, high five, son. Because I was like that when I came up. I just know how I was coming up. So I can't even be a hypocrite and be like, hey, son, don't do what you did. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. But
You
my
part
daughter,
of the problem, bro.
you right, bro. But I'm gonna keep it 1,000, bro. I'm on my boozy. I'm
Hey,
not
that
gonna
man
sit here. I'm
talking.
not gonna sit here and lie, bro. Like y'all might sit here on this podcast and be like, nah, it's not double standard. I'm still gonna have the same morals, both my daughter and my son, but it's different, bro. That's
Yeah,
my daughter.
Wow,
yeah.
what would you? All right, so not saying like you got no regrets or anything, but I'm sure you've made like questionable decisions when it comes to like the mistakes you've made in relationships and stuff like that. Do you feel like you just want your son naturally to just learn them lessons himself, like without you telling? Like, is that a reason why you just like I don't care what you do if like if you have a son, you know what I'm saying?
Naturally, you do. You want to learn a lesson yourself, but you want to be there, like to see it through, like kind of like got them. Only intervene if you have to.
But I was gonna get into, I guess, almost like maybe like from a young age too. Like naturally, if you have a daughter and like girls in society, I don't know, we want to like kind of like coddle them. I don't got no kids by the way, but I'm just saying like you want to coddle and protect those little girls where it's like if you have a little son outside and he, scrapes his knee, you like, boy, come, like, get up, throw some dirt on it and then go play. Like, I'll let you figure it out. Whereas like if your daughter scraped your knee, you coming inside, you like, look, we wiping it off. You got to make sure you disinfect it, put the Band-Aid on. You get what I'm saying?
Nah,
Yeah, I
my
get
daughter
that.
get the same treatment, boy. This literally just happened a few days ago.
I mean, bro, it's
That's
just
fair.
I guess as far as like I'm just on the same thing too. I probably wouldn't. I tell my daughter the same thing. Hey, get up. Hey, you'll be all right. But as far as like sex or dating and things like that, bro, that's my little princess, bro. It's different in my eyes, man. That's just me.
So all right. So you don't have a son yet. So you saying in the same household, right? Because you want your daughter to be protected and to be a princess. You're gonna raise a boy on one end, and then are you gonna coach your daughter to not be with somebody like that? Like, how do you protect
Like,
her?
don't be with somebody like your brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do both? Like
I
in
don't
the
even
same
know, bro.
house.
Hey,
Bro,
man.
it's gonna cause animosity, bro. Your daughter is gonna see how you treat your son, and she not gonna like that. Well, I want to date dudes and stuff. He get all these females, she gonna start to not like you as much.
All right, so I think this
Y'all gonna be
conversation
fighting
is.
and arguing.
I feel like the conversation is easier right now because I don't have a son, so I don't have to go through
Of
that.
course.
But in my head right now, I'm like, nah, I'm definitely gonna treat my son different. It's not like
All
I'm
right.
it's not like I'm gonna tell my son, hey, go out here and be a hoe. But
All
Yeah,
right.
but not that. But even you saying you not like trying to step in, but think about you saying that's your little princess. Do you just not think about it in the broader spectrum of like your son is messing with somebody else's little princess like that, like doing them with any kind of way?
y'all knew me from back in the day, bro. Let's be real.
I'm just saying
All right,
exactly. So in
check this
retrospect,
out. So why don't we place the same value on our boys? Like, why is this not our prince? Why is this not our king? Why is it not like you can't give your seed to anybody? Like, this is legacy. Why don't men get that value put on their life?
I can't even answer that question, bro.
I don't think
Because honestly, I mean, of course, like I'm treating my daughter differently. But when I was out here in these streets, I wasn't taught. Like I didn't have. I had a father, but it wasn't like somebody was telling me, "Hey, value that." You know what I'm saying? Of course, your mother is going to be your mother, but she's a woman. So one thing she says might go out one ear, out and through the other. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have an actual male perspective to be like, "Hey, you shouldn't do this." And I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys didn't. Did y'all have a male person tell y'all be like, "Hey, man, like don't give your seed to nobody." You know what I'm saying?
nah.
Like everybody I talked to was like, "Oh, good job, nephew, good job, cuz." Like, yeah,
that's
get it.
literally like
Here's
literally
here's a Ziploc
Get that
bag.
pat on the back.
yeah,
Like,
literally that's what I did. Yeah, I'm cool as referring to when I got to when we got to college when I first moved in. This is like the only gift that my father had ever gave me like in years, you know what I'm saying? But I was thinking like, oh, all right, I'm going to college. Like he's giving me something like a value or like just something from the heart, dope. So he was like, I want to talk to you. Like, come over. Like, let me give you something. And it's literally just a bag, like a Ziploc bag, not the sandwich bag, the bag you put your leftover bowls in and stuff of condoms, bro. And that was it. Like he like, get ready for college. Here's a bag of condoms. You know what I'm saying?
how many females you think got that going to college though?
I think a few, but I kind of I don't know. Like I just feel like because it's weird to say like on one hand like you want to treat your daughter the same as your son, but like you kind of I don't know, and maybe just because I don't have kids yet, but I know like when I do, I don't want my son out here like running these streets neither, because I do know like the consequences of that, you know what I'm saying, and even the toll that it takes on other females too, regardless if I know them or not, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know.
I mean, I guess me personally, bro. Like, I mean, I just feel like I'll be a hypocrite doing that. I mean, I guess it's
Not
lessons
really,
learned.
But
but
no,
that's
Lessons
what I'm
learned,
saying.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Like
bro.
that's like
Kids don't know how to protect themselves as well as they think they do. Sometimes you got to protect them from themselves.
Right.
You don't tell them something they don't want to hear, but it's good for them. They're not gonna realize it right then and there, but they're gonna grow and they're gonna mature, and they're gonna be grateful for what you did for them.
Bruh, Dominic, you cannot be no hypocrite when you talking like when you're raising somebody and you're thinking about your lessons in retrospect. Like that's different if back then you was
That's
like
completely different.
if
Yeah.
when you was
It's
doing that and
almost
trying to
selfish. Yeah, it's almost selfish to say I'm gonna let you make this mistake because I made it.
Just
You know
like
what I'm saying?
just like I
Like-
was saying, like times change. It's gonna be completely different by the time you have a son.
Right,
Yeah,
because
that's
Larry's son gonna be like, Daddy, you got married when you was 19. I love this girl. Larry can probably hit him in the
Slap the
chest.
everything out on. But shut up.
All right, so let's talk about this then, man. All right, so I haven't seen the video. I'm not even gonna look for the video, none of that stuff. But Trey Songz had a video of female giving fellatio. And all
So it wasn't like a music video, it was just like a leak type joint.
it was
Yeah,
a
it's
leak.
a leak.
It was a
Yeah,
leak
it's a-
video.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
there was a female.
all right, so yeah, we're gonna get to that. So
Mm.
pretty much all I seen on social media was females on social like talking about, oh my God, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like I don't even know like how I want to premise this question. But if a female did that, they would be quick to be like, oh, she's a hoe. Oh, again, like the word hoe coming up. So what's the difference? Like is that a double standard as well?
Or I mean, well, we get into like the double standard, like because if that picture came out and it was a woman, it'll be a majority of people defending that person too. Like, bro, why are y'all even sharing this picture? That's old girl's privacy. Like, why are y'all sharing it and just commenting on it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas like if it's a dude's, it doesn't really matter. They like, oh, okay, like, well, send me that. Like, send me the link. Send me the link.
Yeah.
That's send me the link. So it's a double standard. What was you saying, Larry? What was you about to say? God,
No, I was gonna say the same thing you said. If it was the other way around, we know how it would go. Everybody know how it would go. We don't even have to say it.
I feel like females are wishy-washy when it comes to stuff like this, bro. Like it's so hard to understand. What they say on Baby Boy? Hey man, don't judge me, but I'm being honest. Unstable creatures. That's what I feel like, bro. Like it's hard to
Wait, now
understand.
you gotta
females.
explain that a little bit more.
That's
Hold
a,
on.
yeah, go dive into it when
Yeah, you want me to dive into
as it
empty
pertains to this
pool, huh?
topic. As it pertains to this topic. That's what.
Yeah, what do you mean when you say unstable? Like, what do you mean by like?
Because it's
what
like
perspective
it's
is
like people like females' reaction, bro. Like it doesn't matter if he has it doesn't matter. Like just the reaction that they give in certain situations is just crazy. Like
So are we saying that like it was over appreciated by women? Is that kind of response y'all
I
saying?
mean that's a good way to say it, but that's not really like what we
like is that I'm trying to figure out like if it was a woman, like wouldn't dudes look at it too though? Like if
So the
Sierra
dudes
came out with a
not
video, wouldn't
the dudes don't care. Like dudes don't
bro, what are you
judge.
doing? We not doing that. And the females like it. But if it was a woman and it was a dude giving her whatever, the females would be like, oh, she a hoe. That's nasty. And dudes they probably gonna say the same thing, or like
I feel like dudes don't really care at the end of the day. I mean,
Yeah.
but
I don't know,
females,
dudes these days they be
but like so is it but I'm just playing devil's advocate. Is that like our lack of care, like our lack of value for each other to be like, hey, this ain't right? Like when a woman sees another woman exposed, they like, queen, we got to come up and fight. Like, do we just not
So
care
you
enough
saying-
about
okay,
ourselves?
but all
you
right, so
saying-
that
so
same
we-
thing. So if you say that,
Should
'cause
we
I'm
have
pretty-
came out and said like, no, like yo Trey Songz, like nah, we support you, bro.
You're like, don't
We
share
all
that link.
human.
but that
yeah,
ain't
but
it.
the
We didn't
mere,
stand up for him.
but the mere fact that you feel like a female would be like, "Hey, women, protect yourself," and then they see Trey Songz and be like, "Ooh, I like that." That's like, that's weird, bro. Like, you don't think that's like some type of double standard?
But I guess he
I
cool
don't
saying like, yeah,
know.
it is. But maybe it's only because it's not that same energy, they do come together in support instead of us like, bro, stop sending that link, man. Trey Songz, put that glizzy up, man. Y'all need to stop looking at that man's privates, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to come together. And
Like, yeah,
if
like, are
that
we just
energy
not
is out,
responding?
That go back to what Cool was saying about value. Like, don't nobody put no value in a guy like that. Like, it's just whatever. He doesn't lose stock. He gains stock from stuff like that.
Yeah, like that's a great point. Like he don't need protection. His stock
That's
just went
real.
up 100%, 200%. Like
Yeah, that's real.
he probably released it.
I don't know. I just feel like it's weird, bro. How females react to this stuff. Like,
But I mean, I don't really know the story that well. But
I
I
mean, it
feel
ain't even.
like
It's nothing crazy. He just leaked the video, but just the my thing is, I just looking at the females' reaction to it.
yeah.
Like they act like they never seen a penis before. And I'm like, but but when they see like a female do it, they react totally different.
They ain't never seen Trey Songz penis before. That's the thing.
So no, all right. So did the females? Because I know there's kind of been a concept of men. We talked about Lori Harvey, men calling her a hoe. Were women attacking Trey
Trey
Songz
Songz.
at all?
No,
No,
and that's how I wanted.
not
I
one
couldn't
bit.
put that together like you just did, but none at all. Nobody called Trey Songz a hoe at all.
They like,
That's the
okay, I see
difference.
what you was hiding, Trey. But I would say to I guess cool, like it's much harder for like other dudes to empower each other because I feel like we just all naturally kind of like I don't know, like standoffish and like territorial. Like if you like, you know, like most dudes only rock with their crew. Like if it's most dudes don't like to get into other dudes' business. You know what I'm saying? Like come to the rescue or hype a dude up. Like even if a dude, and then maybe it's like because dudes is haters too, but like even if say like if you scrolling on Instagram and you like a dude fit, like you not gonna comment and be like, bro, I like if you don't know him at all, neither. Like, bro, I like that fit. Where you get that from? Where girls would, dudes are just like secretly like trying to like, all right, yellow shirt. Like they gonna look it up themselves to see. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of dudes just don't mess with other dudes when we just be minding our own business. So I guess that kind of it's much easier for women to like for that energy to be out there because women do come to each other's aids all the time. Aid, no S on the end of
Aid.
that. Come to
Yeah.
each other's aid.
Yeah,
So
for
do
real.
you guys think it's like? So I talked about the value concept. Do you guys think it's more? Could it be like a power type thing? Like like just like living in a masculine society, man dominated world that men just are too powerful to need that assistance? Like, are they at a position where they have to fight, or is it, or does that not have nothing to do with this?
I don't think it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
But I mean, I could be wrong. What do you think, Trey?
I don't think so.
Because like some people can argue, like as a man, you're in a position where that doesn't affect you, right? Like if a woman at your job became known as being promiscuous, that could ruin her career. But the manager, everybody knows a manager at some store who was just going crazy on employees. That was a dude.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
get
I'm saying? So like in so many circles, it's like I
that's
feel like the power dynamic may impact the response because you just like we don't need to be saved
yeah, that's
because we kind
real.
of have the power.
And even I'll say like in that job setting too, like they try to like dress it up as it's more of like a safe environment and it go for the same with both. But say it is like a manager in that power position, maybe like doing something inappropriate with a young female employee that works there, it'll seem like she has to go through like hoops of proving why it was the truth rather than you know what I'm saying, that he was just lying or whatever.
So
So
I mean,
Dominique, don't treat your son like you want it to be treated. Be the father you never had.
yeah,
Why?
I
No, all right,
guess.
well, hold up. Before we slide in, I really want to. Why? What's your reasoning for feeling like you would be a hypocrite if it's in retrospect? Like,
I mean, after y'all explained it to me, I don't think it'd be hypocritical at all. Just think about it, like you said, like I live and learn or whatever. But my whole thing about the whole thought process is like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like I'm gonna treat my daughter different than my sons, bro. Like it's hard to explain, man. I don't even have a reason for it. It's just my way of thinking, bro.
So how old can she be when she can date? How old can she be when she can start dating?
So we see it's different, bro. We talking about dating and having sex, like just because you dating at
Bro,
a
no,
younger
I'm
age,
talking
don't mean
about
that.
when she like, I want to have a boyfriend. When is this? When are you going to allow this?
He don't know.
You know what's crazy, bro? So,
28.
I just be honest, y'all remember?
Third.
So y'all know who I dated back in the day. Her father didn't know
Yes, he did.
until we was like 16, 17.
So all right, but so are you saying your animosity towards it? Would you rather her sneak around and you not know, or you kind of like be the understanding father and you get it out the way and be like, look?
Oh no, I would much rather be understanding.
Oh, okay.
And no, I would much rather be understanding. And no, age wise though, bro, I'm just trying to think about where I was at certain ages.
Boy, don't think about
You
that.
can't compare yourself to. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
But no,
that's,
just
that's
seeing
your
where
seed, but y'all.
but just seeing where you at mentally. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm,
would probably say 15, 16.
15, 16.
What's
Nope.
that, like 10th grade?
10th
Yeah.
grade, yeah. 10th grade.
But of
yeah.
course they gonna have like little boyfriends in school. Like that's the. But we talking about when they actually get to that point where they can get a car and actually like go places and do stuff. Like at 13, well, I was probably going to Star City, but I won't go to nobody's house.
But you got to remember though, this is a different world. Like when we grew up, we didn't have Uber. Like imagine if we had Uber,
Oh yeah.
where you could pay $5 and go anywhere.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Like we were riding bikes, scooters.
But think,
And,
all right, so
cell
think,
phones, like,
Right.
bro, my mom heard everything I was talking because I had it was either like the phone in the hallway, and I'll try to
Yeah.
like take it to my room, and like it'll still be by the door. So I'm by the door on the phone, she can hear everything, or try to take the call in the kitchen.
yeah.
Bro, like you can text now, like kids get
Bro,
secret stuff now.
All
on
right,
their
so
cell
I said age 15, 16. But imagine like if I said 13, like where were you at age 13 mentally? Like
That
The kids
age
evolve
13,
way
what's that?
more.
That
Eighth
was
grade?
like 8th grade. I was still kind of mannish, bro. And that's
Bro,
when
I feel like we all had girls back then though.
and the switch,
We-
yeah, it was maybe almost like 7th grade, bro. From like 7th grade to 8th grade, it's kind of when like dudes start getting managed and girls kind of
but
like,
think, all right, so
oh,
think about
I
this.
want male attention.
So y'all saying dating, but like we talking about like real dating, like really like we really
But I
doing like
So
a
mean,
lot
you
of.
won't care about play dates. That's what you saying. to
No, I
me.
don't care about that. I mean, it's gonna happen.
So
Like
so a little boy can come over at 13, come over to the crib and chill.
hell no.
Why?
hey,
If it's
hey,
just a
Mr.
play
Dominique.
date. Yeah, hey, Mr.
Dominique, I'm
Hayes.
just gonna come
You
hang
got
out.
me.
Hey, Mr.
effed up.
Hayes. Hey,
Yeah,
Mr.
you tripping.
Hayes. Bro, you can cook on the grill for them. Make them some food. They just watch movies in your
Yeah,
man
Trey, you
cave.
ain't got no daughter, bro. I ain't
Bro,
listening to
I'm
you,
gonna
bro.
tell my daughter and sons, bro. If they can't wait for you to turn 18, go to college, whatever. So I ain't gotta be arm's length of y'all dating and the thought of y'all doing whatever, bro. Then they don't want you, man.
See, he
Bro,
crazier than me.
all
He
right,
said
so
18.
look,
Yeah,
so there,
yeah,
I feel
18.
like there, y'all are like on this like dichotomy, like
Mm,
no, like no or yes, but like I feel like that pressure could be dangerous too. You know what I'm saying? Like
I was
you
gonna say
can't
that
talk to
earlier.
nobody. Like I know, like, and this is probably not a good example, but like TD Jakes, his daughter got pregnant at 13, right? So like you one of the biggest pastors in the world. Of course, we know
that
the
don't
standard
matter.
is for it not to happen, and like boom, like you know what I'm saying. So like, can you give somebody too much pressure?
So all right, so I'm gonna be honest. All right, so as far as pressure, I do feel like that pressure will lead to them doing other things. It's just like you know how they be like girls love bad guys. Like no matter how much your mother might be like, you know what I'm saying, don't date bad guys, they gonna still want a bad guy. Something like that. So I mean, I don't know,
Bro,
bro.
I would rather for my I know this jacked up to say, but I would rather for my kids to just mess around with somebody than date them. Bro, you can wait to date. Cause I feel
Wait,
like
no, you need to explain that.
but no, I'm trying to. So dating, I feel like people take it for granted. Oh, they just dating. No, like that's how I was dating. I'm married now. You get what I'm saying?
But
Like
you ain't that a good thing though?
yes, but come on, we.
But what's the worst that can happen
We,
if you just messing
Mess
around though?
around. That's what I was gonna go to.
exactly. Just mess around.
Yeah,
Don't
but
try
you
to
could
date.
have 2 kids and like it could be worse. You could have like 3 baby mamas right now.
I'm like Dominique. I don't want to know. I don't want to be left in the dark. I want to know, so like I can guide you. If
So you
I
would
can't
guide
stop
your
you,
daughter
I
through
can't.
that.
I can't help. Nah, this probably gonna hear mama. I ain't gonna have enough of me to do that. But I can like. I rather like, hey, you got enough protection? I need to go get you some. You like, I can't hold it. We can't hold their hands. Like we can't. We just can't do it. They got all type of like gaps and everything where they can find time to do what they're gonna do.
So are you saying because just messing around is like a quick help, like here, take this protection, rather than you trying to have to help through them actually dating? Like
Yeah,
we
but they
talking
cause
weeks.
so if they messing around anyway, they gonna do it when they dating too. Only difference is messing around is just messing around. Messing around and dating. Oh, let's talk about babies. Let's talk
Hey,
about
you
getting
going viral.
married.
You going viral after
You
this
tripping?
because
It's
Cause
so
I,
you
I
tripping,
tell you what,
tripping.
that's
I
you
ain't
about
telling my
to have.
baby.
Hey, you about to have
Come
Lori
on,
Harvey
man.
Jr. I tell you that.
Now, that's like you saying you can sleep with my daughter, but you better not love her.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
He's saying, yeah, that's
You
wild.
tripping,
That's
bro?
weird.
All right,
I don't understand it.
All right, so let me just get my point off, bro.
Nah,
It ain't
y'all
even.
ain't about to do that. No, hold up, Dominique.
Go
I
ahead.
said I'd rather have them mess around than to date. They ain't doing neither one. Don't get it. Don't look. It's the difference between a misconception and ignorance. All right.
Wait though.
Don't do either one.
Why can't they date and not have sex? Why is that not an option?
Because, bro, I just told you why. Because
But why
dating.
can't you do the same thing that you was trying to prevent them from just messing around just while they're dating? Like I'm gonna let you date, but like maybe say I don't want you to have sex, but if you having sex, like here's protection. If you just doing it anyway, if they just messing around, at least the dude actually like her and want to be around.
Bro, it's grown folks, adults who are still like struggling with relationships. They think they know something or they hip to something, and they is divorces left and right,
So you just okay. So
mistakes
you just
made
saying
left
they
and
not
right.
mature enough for a relationship.
Yes, they're not. They think they are, but they're not. You get what I'm
They're not
saying?
mature enough for sex either.
Exactly. But I'm saying if I had to pick one, bro, sex is just sex.
I
I
would.
just want to
I
make it
would
clear
much.
that I'm not on that.
I would
I'm not
much
on that
rather.
same opinion.
All right, so I would much rather my child learn how to like deal with dating than have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like at least you trying to communicate with the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? You're learning how to be in a relationship. You're learning what you like and what you don't like. Even though they're immature, I get that, but you're still learning. But I'm not gonna
Because
just
you don't
be.
have to be mature to have sex. You just gotta know how to be safe.
But so what does sex without relationship do to a teenager though? Like mentally, like how do they process that if their value system is you can have sex with me, but you can't have a relationship? Like, is there long-term effects to what that kind of
That's
thinking
gonna
would
put
do?
more value into the relationship. Oh, because people want what they can't have. True. So if they can't have this relationship, they're gonna cherish it more. And when they get it, it's gonna be different than oh, it's easy. Oh, she just want a relationship. If the relationship is easy to get into, they're not as valued that much. That's why people do what they do on relationships, mess around on each other with other people, all type of stuff, because they don't have no value in it. If they put more value, just like how you were saying with the males, they put more value into that. It'd be different. It's the same thing in relationships. People don't value relationships like that.
Your kids gonna like that philosophy though, because it's easy to secretly be my boyfriend. My daddy let us have sex. I just gotta not let him know it's my boyfriend. That seems like a way easier thing to get away with.
Hey
And
man,
to
so, all right,
secretly
so
have
you
sex.
you just brought up a good subject. You just brought up a good subject. So me and my barber actually talked about this a while ago.
Your
So
barber.
I want all y'all to think about y'all very first time y'all had sex, okay? So if it
Wow.
was either with somebody
I'm
that you was in a
going to say
relationship
right
with,
now, bro. I was 10 years old.
look, we quiet.
I
I
ain't
said
no
just think about it. You ain't even had to
Hey,
bring it
Wait,
up.
wait, hold up,
Hold
hold
on,
up.
hold on,
Was
hold on, hold
what?
on.
No,
Let
no,
me
no.
go.
Hold up. I'm gonna let you finish. What was he lining you up or like cutting your hair during this conversation? Which part of the haircut was this conversation going on?
He was cutting my hair. He wasn't lining me up.
All right.
But all right, so think about the very first time you had sex. If either it was with somebody you was in a relationship with, or it was with just a random casual encounter.
Mhm.
And do you think that caused you to be somewhat of a I guess, hoe, or did you value like relationships more? 'Cause I know my first casual encounter was just a random individual. So me coming up, I didn't value relationships as much. Like I was just doing my thing, like you guys know.
Want
But
no
did you like?
relationship about what I did. Nothing. It was I ain't gonna put a girl name out there. Bro, I was 10, she was 11, bro.
So
And it
did
was
you?
just
So all right,
casual?
so coming up after that, like as you were getting girlfriends, like did you value those relationships more, or was it just like I'm just with this person and I'm still gonna do my thing?
I did one, but after that, nope.
I was chill. I think I value relationships for the most part.
But so
Like,
was your first encounter with somebody that you was dating, or is just like a random person?
no, I was with somebody I was dating.
So Barbara came to that consensus that if you're dating your first person, you might value relationships more, like sooner. If that makes sense.
I
Like,
felt like for me though, and it's probably weird to say, but like I felt like, and it's unfortunate, but a lot of guys, it's like one of those check boxes. And like, I don't know, when I was young, it seemed like a relationship made that check box easier to check. I don't think I was mature enough to value the relationship. It just became a part of the relationship.
If anything, so
You hear
I'll
what
say
he just said though? He wasn't mature enough to value the relationship, but he still checked the box though. You see what I'm saying? Now
bruh,
he just backed me up, not even realizing what he just backed me up.
Larry Key is
But
gonna be 50. Like, daddy, I'm finally mature enough. My gray hair done came in. I can have this relationship, daddy. But look, not
50, I'll pay for the wedding. Go ahead.
look, but Dominique, I'll say because the first time I had sex was casual. But and then the second time I had sex was with a different person, but a person I got into a relationship with. And I'll say that going in before I just felt like, and then maybe it's just, I mean, I was young, but I felt like, oh, you were in a relationship with this person, like sex is part of it. So I guess I feel like I would have had like crazy anxiety if I didn't get that first encounter out of the way. You get what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was much more prepared, like, oh, well, I'm in this relationship, so I know I can deliver and have sex too. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't necessarily like diminish like, oh, this I just want to have sex. Like I still wanted a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Hey, I'm over here thinking about something. I don't know if you want to talk about this on the podcast, but I remember one time before my first time, bro. I was trying with a female. I was like 13, 14, because I wasn't as young as Larry when had my first time, and I couldn't find the hoe. I didn't know what I was doing,
You was
Why you
young.
turn the lights on?
bro. I didn't know any better. I didn't
First
know
of
what I was doing.
all, I feel like when you young, the lights might make it worse because you like that's what
That's what it looked like.
that's what it
See
look
you
like.
looking stupid. I
You
didn't know what I was doing, bro. Like, bro, she was like, "It's not working." I just gave up, bro. Like that's when I was like just in my like kissing days and playing around and stuff like that. I don't know,
Kissing
bro.
days.
Y'all not trying to y'all not
And
taking this podcast to this level.
remember though, that was somebody's daughter. I want y'all to remember that.
See, man, y'all not trying to take this
11 years
podcast to the next
old.
level though, man. Y'all ain't trying to be real out here, man.
11 years old, man. Y'all better hope that other men are raising their sons to treat y'all daughters the way that y'all want them to be treated.
They don't. I got
She
shot.
was older than me.
Bro,
Should have had more sense than I did.
that's so unnecessary, Dominique.
It was not. It's very necessary.
All right, you better be glad nobody had no one for you.
Dominique about to do a bid.
Hey, man, I do it for my daughter,
About to
brother.
Go down. Yeah, she gonna need you the most while you locked up.
Free Damo.
So what you was talking about, Dominique? You talking about taking it to the next level. You talking about you want us to tell a bad
Be vulnerable,
experience?
bro. Not just be vulnerable, bro. Y'all scared to like really tell real stories. Like I can tell y'all some stories, bro.
Dominique, what
bro,
you want to know?
wait, let's say this though. First off, you married, so you stuck.
They just stories though.
Hey, but my wife know my history, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just saying though, you married, like you've reached the pinnacle.
Oh, so you saying like as far as like y'all not to that point yet? So it's like certain stories might lead to. I got you.
I ain't got that many stories as y'all do anyway.
Oh, you saying
I was a
wait
church
till y'all
boy.
lock it in?
They called me a bishop when I was 10. I don't know about you, Larry.
Cool. Cool.
I was a church boy. I don't know. I was praying for people in middle school. These cats.
I was in church too, looking at my prey.
Looking at my prey. Hey, boy, we here.
That girl wearing that dress. Boy.
Going to hell.
Woo.
Hey man, that's what. Repent, man.
I don't condone these thoughts.
It's all good, man. I'm gonna save my stories,
Could
bro.
have put out a disclosure.
I'm gonna save my stories,
Just tell them slowly throughout the season, Dominique.
Dominique said, "Be straight up."
Go ahead, Damo. Go ahead and
I'm
lead
gonna
us
save
off.
my stories, bro.
Lead us off, and then we're gonna follow up, bro. Let me see
Nah,
what
we
level
good.
you gonna come
Give me
at.
your thought testimony.
Damn, which one do I want to do first?
Dang, in the book of
Bro, just
I ain't gonna do it.
start
I'm gonna actually like wait, but the next podcast, I might actually have a good story.
We need all our prayer
that boy might have
warriors.
just made a good decision.
Go into details.
in the book of Damo.
Hey man, hey, all right, so let's talk
Book
about
of 13.
are y'all seeing Kim K file for divorce on Kanye? Y'all think we gonna get a new
I
Kanye?
heard about it. I heard
Most
about it.
definitely.
Well, or the old Kanye. I ain't gonna say new Kanye. You think we can get the old Kanye back?
I think so. Cause I don't know. I don't know if females get like sensitive about this topic, but I feel like the Kardashian curse is real. But I would say it's not like, I mean, it is them, but I guess that's like that whole like LA like money life, like like your morals, how you go about and value things changes a lot. So yeah, Kanye, he got caught up in a really bad situation because he was already halfway like losing it after he lost his mom, and then getting with the Kardashians. We can go down the line: Lamar Odom, Reggie Bush, Tristan Thompson.
Does that include like Kylie and Kendall though? Because they ain't had no problems with they significant others.
It's weird because they did have some issues as far as like, was it one of them dating somebody else's baby mother and they like swapped or something like that? It was like some weird stuff that happened. Like didn't like, all right, so like wasn't somebody dating Tiger, then Tiger had a baby with Black China, but then Black China started dating somebody in the Kardashian family.
Rob, their brother.
It was like some weird, like I don't watch this stuff.
Dating Rob Kardashian.
It was just like weird, like how the dynamic was.
I mean, that's different though. Like that's the brother. We talking about the sister.
Yeah, but so we ain't gotta talk about that. You know what I'm saying? That stuff, but just in general, how do you, because you already married, Larry, how do you look at divorce in general?
Divorce? I mean, I feel like divorce is definitely necessary if you need it. Like you got people who are in like long-term marriage relationships and a lot of them want out, but they don't know how to get out, and they don't want to deal with the circumstances and consequences or whatever happens after the divorce because they don't know how they're going to be able to deal with it, or even if they can. But at the same time, I feel like some marriages are toxic, and like some people, not saying they shouldn't have got in them in the first place, but every marriage not good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like me personally, I feel like, well, when I came into my marriage, I'm thinking like divorce is not an option. Of course, that's how you should go into a marriage. I mean, it's supposed to be forever. But like you said, bro, like some people, like some of these people, they'll deal with like all these type of abuses and just stay in it just because they feel like God put this person here for them.
Yeah.
And like they don't know how, like when it's time to get out. Like they can be going through physical, mental, verbal abuse all this time, and they just feel like maybe this is just what I'm supposed to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like this is God's will. Like they'll say something crazy like that.
Yeah, but they just have a breaking point. Like, so if you're going through this, and this toxic relationship, like what's gonna put you over the edge? Where you gonna request for that divorce? Like that's the thing.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
But I mean, if I to use myself, if I was to ever get divorced some way, somehow, ever, I would never get married again unless 100%. I'm marrying the same person that I married. That's the only way.
100%, bro.
I'm not gonna sit here and I just can't, man. I don't know what it is. I just can't.
I wouldn't.
So
I wouldn't even want to start over.
So y'all saying y'all would be single like after y'all got divorced?
I would
Yeah.
have a girlfriend probably without paperwork. I ain't getting.
But what if that's what I was gonna ask though? Like, what if you meet like a nice young lady or whoever, like a nice woman,
And you
and
good?
bro, but like, what if you was really feeling her and she really feeling you? Like,
I
that's
mean, you know, things change. Like we haven't experienced that yet, but like if that comes to what it is, then that's what it is. But as of now, my perception, like nah,
Bro, I'm never
I'm
getting married again.
for
I
the
don't care what you
streets again.
say. If I get a divorce, I'm not getting married again, bro. Like, I don't even like. First of all, the effort you have to put in to even get to know somebody again to get to that point where you want to marry them is hard enough as it is. And then like, I feel
How
like
can
if I
you
get,
say that
I
though?
feel,
Y'all got married young.
but I feel like all right. So if I get a divorce, I feel like I failed. Like maybe I'm just not meant to be with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
but
wouldn't say that.
that's beating yourself up because it's like you saying you would get a girl. Like, what's the difference if you was with a new woman for 15 years? Like, you've got to know her plenty. Like, why wouldn't you want to marry her again?
well,
Is it
look,
just because it's marriage?
Oh no, there's relationships.
I have the
Period.
option to just leave without any legal anything legally binding.
That's
So you
relationship
would
spirit. I wouldn't date anyone either. Like and if I was, it wouldn't be for that long, or it wouldn't.
So
I'm just
you'll
be
be
to myself.
lonely. You'll be lonely. The Bible says it's not good for man to be alone. You'd rather be lonely
Where's it
because
at?
you was with
I'm
the
not gonna be
wrong
lonely. I'm
person.
gonna just keep switching it up, keep it in rotation. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
y'all.
he just switching up, bro.
All right,
Dang.
your
He just
stuff
turning
fall off.
savage.
Y'all be careful. There's some new stuff going on. COVID ain't the only infection going around.
I had a snotty nose. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm smarter than that.
Hey, but we can go off that
I don't
divorce
know.
situation though, man. Unless y'all got something else.
I
No,
mean,
I
I
was just
was
gonna
just
say
go ahead.
if I felt like I married the wrong person, I feel like finding the right person would be a completely different experience. Like I don't know. I mean, I've never been married, so I guess I don't really understand it like y'all do. But if I was with the wrong person and got divorced, I feel like the right person would change how you look at a lot of stuff
I mean,
because they're the person that's right. You know what I'm saying?
me and Dominique been like I've been married for a while. Dominique been married for a while. Like it's different. Like your thought process is not gonna be what you think it's gonna be as of right now until you get that marriage experience. Like I'm gonna be childish. If I get a divorce and a girl come and I mess with this female whatever and she say anything towards a hint about marriage, I'm gonna cut off. Like I'm gonna feel like you ain't gonna sit here and disrespect my ex-wife.
That's somebody's
The only
daughter.
one
That's
who we
somebody
get married.
princess that you cut off. I just want to make that known.
Hey, but me, I'm a straightforward guy. I'm gonna tell, hey, I've been married. It ain't happening no more. Like you ride this ride or you keep walking. This is what it is.
All right,
Hey
so does
man, but
that
I don't.
change if
Hey,
you 35 versus 55?
I might get me if I get
sugar
older,
mama.
I might get me something younger, just
Oh
pay and she
my
take care of me.
god.
You know what I'm saying?
Um,
We're gonna have to vote on whether or not this is gonna make it.
you know what's crazy though? So like my wife, like me and my wife talk about this too. Like she said the same thing, bro. Like she said she wouldn't marry anybody else either if we got a divorce.
Say the
Like
same thing.
we gotta think about it like this. Like marriage, I mean, marriage is amazing, but marriage is still like, even if y'all perfect, it's still gonna be somewhat stressful, bro. Like it's gonna be some times where shit's hard. So like the thought of even dealing with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? I can't even think about that, bro. Like shit, that's
It's
hard
not
to even
it's not just about
consider.
me too. I think the way I think for my kids too. Like I don't know why. Y'all probably don't ask me why because I don't know. But I can't bring another woman into my kid's life. I feel like I'm trying to replace her. My wife's a great mother. Like I don't never want to give them the misconception of, oh, our mom wasn't good enough for our dad, so he went and got somebody else. Like, and they go back and forth and it'd be hostility towards our family and stuff. I mean, I don't want that at all.
That's pretty much like saying you don't deserve to be happy though.
I was
I,
about to say, if
A
she
good point.
remarried, would that change your perspective?
if she remarried somebody else,
Yeah.
nah, because I'm like so. I'm gonna say that because those are my morals and principles. How I feel about it, and if I let something else or somebody else change that, then are they really my morals and principles? You know,
That's right.
I mean,
That's deep.
would I be upset? I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Probably, yeah. I don't be on. I
I can
hit her
see
up.
somebody saying,
You
"Yo, can y'all go
engaged?
pick up Larry?"
I'm
He
like,
just flipped over the truck.
what did you marry him for? Like, really? You getting married again? Like, I'll be. What's wrong with you? Now I ask
Bro,
the
I
kid.
feel like that's how men are though. Like it's like you could not want something until like you see like you like nah, I can't handle this no more. Then as soon as something happen, you like nah, I'm back.
Yeah. Men are way more sensitive than females, man, when it comes to other people. We men would like, flirt with other women and stuff, but let somebody else give your woman a compliment, we gonna lose your mind.
Just keep it simple. So your top 5 favorite basketball movies. We haven't talked about anything basketball.
They have to be in order, or can I just like put at the top?
I got mine in order, but you ain't got to.
All
Y'all want
right.
me to go first while y'all still thinking about it? I don't know if y'all actually did your homework on it.
I mean, I don't need no homework for this. It's basketball movies, bro. I got
Go ahead then, Larry.
He Got Game, you know, Jesus Sutherworth, you feel me? Ray Allen, you know what I'm saying? I got Above the Rim. I got everybody love Coach Carter. You don't love Coach Carter, something wrong with you. But I really like Glory Road too. Glory Road, that was dope. And last but not least, oh man, loving basketball, man. It was like between love and basketball, but still a basketball movie.
That's
Ooh,
real.
I'm about to switch it up. I got some different ones than Larry.
What you got, cool?
So first off,
Airbud.
I that's on my
Hey,
list.
bro,
I love Airbud, bro.
I forgot
I
all
was
about
like,
Airbud.
he was hooping.
Facts.
Multiple sports. So shout out to Airbud. He was balling. Shout out to Just Right. Ain't nothing like a good love story.
I guess.
I mean, Carmen looked like he couldn't hoop. The acting was trash, but like the car and just all he went through, it was just touching. And she almost hurt because I feel like it had one of those common storylines where like the man falls in love with the beautiful person does him wrong, and the other person is there for him. Like it's the same storyline in so many movies. But I like that joint.
Uncle
I
Drew.
like the Six Man when his brother died and he was,
Oh, the six man. I
blocking
forgot about
shots.
that one. That was dope.
Rebound, my boy Martin. That's when he
Yeah.
came back a little chubby. He had gained some weight, but he was good in that joint. And then my last joint is gonna be the Cookout. Cause I always have this dynamic of like when you finally make it, like everybody in your life is trying to get paid.
His daddy
was
was right
funny
there
movie.
at the podium, won't he?
Yeah.
It was a
I
funny
love
movie.
you, son. I'm so proud of you, son. Get out of here, boy.
Yeah, you can go. You can go, Trey.
Dang, that's good. It was funny that you brought that up. Cool. Honorable mention of mine was definitely Rebound. Like the movie is trash, like when you think about it. But bro, it's Martin, bro. That joint was hilarious. All right, so 5, I got Semi Pro with Will Ferrell because I
I
love,
haven't even
bro.
seen that.
Bro, it's
That
funny.
joke funny, boy.
I like that kind of like comedy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I'm quirky like that. Second, I got White Man Can't Jump. Definitely a classic. Um, Third, this was a toss up, but I'm gonna put Coach Carter there. Cause low key, and then it's weird that I got to add 3, but that's how like close like 2 and 1 are. But Coach Carter was like, I feel like that was the most like basketball movie out of all of them. Like all the other ones had like kind of a storyline. I know this one was about, learning lessons like manhood and stuff like that, but and teamwork coming together. But it was like just full on basketball through, and like everything they had to do, like the suicides, the workout, it just bring you back to your days. You know what I'm saying? Second was Space Jam, of course, nostalgia. I can't wait for the new one with the new goat to come out, Larry. You feel me? With the new goat, this summer, Space Jam, a new legacy. That's what it's called. But definitely the old one throwback. Like who don't like the Looney Tunes and MJ. And last, bro, this one I watched it 1,000 times over and over. Joanna Man. I love you, Joanna Man. Bro, that's my movie. Miguel, shout out Miguel Nunez.
He got game number 1. I got Space Jam number 2. I got Love and Basketball number 3. Then I got Coach Carter. Then I got Blue Chips. I don't think nobody mentioned Blue Chips. I'm surprised.
Blue Chips was it's honorable mention with me.
Then I got an honorable mention that nobody talked about, but I know y'all probably watched it a million times. Y'all ain't talk about Like Mike, man.
Oh yeah,
Bro, Mike, bro.
First kid to go pro, made you believe.
Man. Nah, bro. It's like I love that movie, but I just couldn't get over when he was playing Morris Chestnut and then he jumped from the free throw line and dunked it. I lost it. I was like, bro, come on now. I know you got on the Magic shoes, but come on, bro. You just gonna dunk like that at halftime? I couldn't. Like, that's why it don't make my list because of like it's not realistic. Like Space Jam wasn't realistic, but that wasn't the plot of it. Like the storyline.
It wasn't supposed to be realistic.
True.
But I think that probably wraps it up for today. But we hope you guys enjoyed us just sharing our perspectives and kind of being a little open on this episode. So continue to rock with us, and we'll definitely see you guys on the next episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, download those episodes, give us 5 stars, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.
This podcast was brought to you by Optical Illusions Photography and Media. Let us capture your best moments in the perfect way.